All right, so today we're uh we're going deep on something a little different.
Yeah,
It's
fun.
not like a study or a paper or anything.
Yeah.
We're diving into a conversation between two friends.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it gets kind of philosophical, but it's also really funny.
Okay. I like where this is going.
Yeah, so these friends, Alex and Jamie,
Mm-hmm.
they just kind of fall into this whole debate about,
About what?
like, what if we're all just NPCs?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've definitely thought about that before.
Right, like, what if our lives are just some big video game?
Yeah. Who's playing then?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what they start to unpack.
Okay, I'm hooked already.
So Alex, he's kind of the one who throws the idea out there.
All right, Mr. Thought Provoker over here.
He's all like, dude, what if we're all just NPCs in someone else's game?
Okay. And what does Jamie say to that?
Jamie's response is gold.
I bet.
He's like, if I'm an NPC, then why is my inventory full of student loans and bad decisions?
Oh, man. That's so real.
Right. Like, it's funny, but it also kind of hits home.
Yeah, totally. I think a lot of people, especially, younger folks, they feel that way, like they're stuck with all this baggage.
Yeah, like the game's already rigged against them or something.
Exactly. And it's interesting how Jamie uses that gaming language,
Yeah, inventory.
Yeah, it shows how ingrained these concepts are in our culture.
Totally. And Alex, being like the gamer he is, picks up on that right away.
Oh, I bet.
He's like, see, that's proof. You're the comic relief. Every game needs one.
Huh. So they're already assigning roles.
Exactly. And I think that's something we do all the time,
You think so?
even without realizing it. Like, we try to figure out where we fit in the grand scheme of things.
Maybe it's a way of making sense of the world,
Yeah, like if we can define our role, then maybe we can have some control over the story.
Right, like we're not just random pixels, we're part of a narrative.
And speaking of narratives, Jamie comes back with a zinger.
Let's hear it.
He's like, oh, and what are you? The tragic backstory.
Ooh.
Right. Like they're riffing off of each other, using these storytelling tropes.
It's fascinating how we do that even in casual conversation.
Yeah, like we subconsciously frame our lives through these familiar narratives.
Right. Are we the hero, the villain, the sidekick?
Are we defined by our past, our struggles, our dreams?
Exactly. It's like we're constantly trying to figure out our character arc.
Totally. And then things take a really wild turn.
I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Jamie goes, wait, well, what if my side quest is to help you realize you're the NPC?
Oh, hold on a second.
Right, it's like the whole conversation just flipped.
Yeah, it's like they added another layer of reality to the whole thing.
Exactly. They're not just talking about being NPCs in some game. Now they're questioning their roles within their own conversation.
So meta.
Right. And Alex starts to freak out a little bit.
Understandably so.
He's like, Janie, what if this whole conversation is scripted?
Ooh, that's a scary thought.
Yeah, like what if we're not really in control of our own thoughts and actions?
It's like that fear of determinism,
Totally. Like if everything's already predetermined, then what's the point of anything?
Right, our choices even matter.
And it's such a heavy question, right?
Yeah, it really makes you think about free will and all that.
But Jamie, in true Jamie fashion,
What does he do?
he looks right at the camera and deadpans, if it is the writers need a raise.
Huh. He breaks the fourth wall.
Right. It's like he's acknowledging the absurdity of the whole situation.
But it's also kind of brilliant.
You think so?
Yeah, because by pointing out the possibility of a script, he's actually asserting his own agency.
That's a good point.
Like he's saying, even if we are in a simulation, we can still comment on it.
Critique it.
Yeah.
Even find humor in it.
So it's like this weird mix of existential dread and playful acceptance.
Total.
It's like they're saying, yeah, maybe we are just NPCs, but that doesn't mean we can't enjoy the game.
I like that perspective.
Me too. And it makes you wonder, right?
About
Like, if our lives are a game, who are the developers?
what kind of game are they creating? And what does that say about all the stuff we go through?
The good, the bad, the everything in between.
Exactly. It's a big question, but maybe one worth thinking about.
Definitely something to ponder.
So as you go about your day, your own little side quests, maybe take a second to think about what kind of character you're playing in this grand game of life.
Now, who knows? Maybe we'll get some answers in the next update.
Or maybe not, but that's part of the fun, right?
Absolutely. The mystery is half the adventure.
Until next time,
See ya.
keep on questing.